Hello Libra, kia ora koutou katoa, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel if you have subscribed to my channel. And by the way, if you haven't, I invite you to do that now or at the end of the video. And also, please leave me a thumbs up or a brief comment, just to let me know how they resonate with you as well. So the other thing is that I am available to take bookings for readings and or healings, whether it be online or in person. So you can get in touch with me with my details are in the description box below. So we're doing a mind, body, spirit and soul flow today, and we're going to go with the moon cards. So we've got a full moon coming up next week. So today is the 4th of Saturday, the 4th of March, at the moment here in New Zealand. So that I'm recording this, and for some countries it's going to be on the 7th when the full moon comes up. For us it's going to be on the 8th, so when it comes fully in for us. So you may be feeling that energy already, and it may be like pulling you towards something, and you might feel this pull to go back towards something. So there may be this like little bit of tug of war with you, as far as emotions and feelings go, and even thoughts go at the moment. So, and it's not a bad thing. It might be feeling a bit ratchet at the moment with that. We're feeling a little bit like unsettled and that sort of thing in some ways, maybe one way more than the whole, rather than the whole three. So whatever, so just like I say, just go with what resonates and leave what doesn't resonate with you. So anyway, the first cards, there's two of them that have come out for this first lot. It's from the Moonology deck. So you're very close to achieving your goal, okay, with this one. Moon one. And so that's going to gibbous moon, a gibbous moon. And the next one is take time to breathe out, okay, to breathe out. Take time to breathe out. So you may be actually like holding your breath for something or a situation around you, and rather than just, like having that, obviously that in-breath and that out-breath. So some of you may be holding your breath for something. Breathe out, let that breath out. Otherwise you're going to create more havoc within you and more anxiety. So really take that breath in and fill your lungs up, and really let that breath out and empty your lungs out, and then keep going like that for a couple, and a nice deep long breaths to just pull you, just pull yourself together, okay, in that sense. So and what I'm hearing from Spirit is like, you've got every right to be feeling that way, because of the changes that some of you are going through, and some of you have been through, and you may be at a place where you're ready to make different changes, new changes. For some of you, I'm feeling like there is some sort of like traumatic situation that's like throwing things up for you to look at and consider releasing, letting go. Some of them are about yourself, or most of them are about yourself, but that is connected to something that is obviously outside of your world. So there's something in there that is like you allowing yourself to disconnect from the outside world, and just be concerned about what's in your space, what's in your bubble, just so your energy doesn't pull in stuff that's from outside of you, that doesn't really necessarily need to be there. Okay, so there may be things going on around the world there, but it's not necessarily our part in that is to heal ourselves and to be there to support in some way or form, whether it be physically, or listening in some way, or a contribution by a financial contribution. That may be it, or it may be sending energy out, connecting to the divine source or the universal source, whatever it is, or that divine light, and sending that energy to these people that are going through some really troubling times. Okay, so anyway, the next one here, because these could be things that are going on in your mind around the thinking, the mindset. So just letting the universe, spirit, the angels are just letting you know that you're very close to achieving your goals. and with whatever that particular set of goals is for you, but also taking time to breathe out. Let that breath out, because it's like taking that next breath in so you could take the next step. So there may be something that you may be, I don't know, that's maybe not feeling quite right, or not even so much feeling quite right. It's more maybe there is, for some of you it's something's not quite in place at the moment, and it's like it was nearly there, and it's like, but there are maybe some things it's like, what I'm hearing is that not anxiety but indecision, and and questioning about, have I made the right decision or something like that. So anyway, here is the passion. The archangels here have come up with passion. Now this one is in reverse, and this one says passion, and it's from Archangel Haniel. So trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. So it could be around that. So it's like what they're saying is like, keep going, keep moving towards that. So on a physical level, that's like, there may be some steps, or you may be physically moving. There is something here with the next card here was in leadership here, Archangel Gabriel. So it is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. So whatever that is, it could be doing something like this. Maybe you are going into like a life coach or counseling or something like that as well. Either it could be that you are stepping up to another level as in moving up in the organization or the company that you're working with. It could be like you are like coming from transitioning, like just making your mind up. You're going to transition from your employment to self-employment. So that's your transition. That's you stepping up into your power, into doing, creating what it is that that sits with you, that fits with you. Okay, so there's that leadership role that's coming in there, and it could be that you're in a job and that something is moving, and you've applied for something, or you haven't applied for another position for a while yet, or could have, would have, should have in the past, but an opportunity, because for internship is what I'm hearing too, might come up, or apprentice. But I'm hearing there may be something that might come up that might interest you as well. So and you haven't applied for it before the last time because of, things were just not fitting right for you in your life around that time, and it might not have fit in with your lifestyle. For some of you, it might be that, but that lack of confidence to trust in going into that space. But it's come up again, so there's another option there, or opportunity, however you look at that, to make a move in some sort of way. So it could be, not necessarily like, it's not saying give up your day job or anything like that, or give up your job. It's more for you. Some of you, it's like you may be at that time there for you. So it's others of you, it may be like, okay, taking that next step, doing that next, like that course, or that extra, getting those extra tickets, you could say, or extra certification, or extra bits of knowledge and that sort of thing, to expand on your knowledge that will increase your confidence in that sense. So whatever it is, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go to university or something like that. So whatever it is for you around that. So thinking outside of the square. So the third card here, the third row is, the spiritual side of things. So when I'm talking about, it's like surround yourself in blue or white light. So I'm hearing Archangel Michael coming through, but also Archangel Raziel, and also the Christ light, Jesus energy coming, the Christ energy coming through. So because I'm being drawn to the light, the ring light that's behind me, and it's just vibrating more out to me, and I'm like, okay, I'm just seeing that more as the light that I see when the Christ energy comes into my space. Okay, so, and that could be what is happening for you as well, that kind of bright light. And I feel like with me describing it that way, for some of you, it might might be to just let you know that that's who it is, okay? But anyway, surround yourself in that blue and white or white light. So there's to help like raise, you know, pull out or extract out, you know, that energy that doesn't necessarily be there, so that doesn't resonate with you and your and where you're wanting to go. So, and just letting that so breathing it in, let that breath out, and breathing in this white or blue light, or white and blue light, whatever way, whatever you're drawn to. And then let that breath out, so that it helps to for you to be able to release what does not need to be there for you and maybe getting in your way, but also in clearing the way for you to have a better view, or a better you know, well, view, you know, in all ways. When I say view, like it's like so you can see better, so it's like with all of your senses, okay? Start to like it's like opening them up or stimulating them, so you're starting to feel them and figure out, okay, which sense is working for me, you know, better now, or something, or you may be starting with the side of things. So just take note, but really listen to your intuition, because I feel like I just feel the energy just coming down through all your chakras, the centers, energy centers, falling down from the top of your head, you know, and falling down through your spine and out through your tailbone and connecting with Mother Earth. So it's really grounding. I just felt that, so it's really grounding me to come back here. And then we have the last card here on the soul level is feel the love and do it anyway. So there may be like several things that's going on in your life at the moment where there are going to be a few changes to, you know, maybe one or two for, you know, one for some people, but it's going to have an impact on other areas of your life. So there will be more changes, you know, no doubt, that are coming up. This month of March, there is, you know, a particular looking particularly at self-care, but it's you know, I mean, it's nothing new, I know, but it's like for this month, it's gonna help you immensely if you take note of that, because of some of the energies that this month with the planetary movements and what the moon, you know, energy brings as well, but then the planets that are lining up are going to things could get a little bit emotional this month, being in Pisces, but this full moon in Virgo can be a little bit what I'm hearing, a lady I work with alongside to, you know, at the moment, we were talking this morning, and she said it's a little bit panicky, you know, or panicky. That's a panicky sort of, some of you will be familiar with that that word in that way, but it kind of felt right. And I said, yeah, no, I have heard that word, and it does resonate. So it's like a little bit unsettled and, you know, toing and froing, but your energy levels might, you know, really plummet, and then they'll pick up again. So taking notice of that, and taking, you know, notice it, and then taking that time to rest or to sleep, okay? And, you know, getting some sort of, you know, meditation and or stillness, and so to help, you know, siphon out, filter out those unhelpful thoughts and feelings that might come up, and not get too caught up in them, so you know, so your energy levels and emotional levels don't get either too like drag you down, basically. So it's like, that's why it's really important to take note of our and implement a nice you know, a self-care sort of taking notice of that anyway. So it could be like taking what something I work on every day and use to manage is like making sure I get a meditation, and whether it be in the morning or the evening, you know, so in some sort of movement, whether it be 20 minutes plus or half an hour. If you could do more, then absolutely do more, do that twice. It may not be all in one run, but some sort of movement, and also taking like those incremental breaks that maybe that you work for, say, half an hour to, you know, 3/4 of an hour, or every like 2 or 3 hours, is make sure you take a break, whatever it is that you're doing. And 5-minute break or a 2-minute break or a 10-minute break, whatever it is that you're able to do. And whether it is, you know, you've got a half-hour lunch hour a break, it may be like doing some form of movement as well. Not saying like running or anything, but if that's your thing, then that's your thing, then do that. But, you know, maybe going for a quick walk around or a circuit around a block, or if you can do that. But and it may be like you, that's obviously, that could be around your, you know, obviously fitting in with you. You know, and just, you know, getting some good, you know, going to sleep earlier so you're not so tired if you're one of those ones that stay up all, you know, all night or late at night. And, you know, those sorts of things, and being mindful about what your body is actually wanting you to put in your body, and are you emotionally eating, or when are you eating, you know, and what types of food you're eating, so it's going to actually not make you feel heavy. And, you know, because, you know, I know for me some foods just, you know, are not good for me. And I will get like either brain fog or just feel really lethargic because it's too heavy for me. So if I'm going to eat those foods, if at all I'm, you know, working on being mindful that you know, that it's not going to work for me like right now. So for instance, like when I am going to do readings and things like that, and I know I'm going to, you know, and I know for the day I won't eat very heavy food. I like to be on the lighter side, you know, in my energy, but in my physical body as well. So what, you know, can be the energy for me when I prepare it keeps me light as well. So I was going to continue on, but that's a whole different video, that one. So, but basically I think you know where I'm going. So yeah, and you know, in hydrating, you know, drinking as much water or fluids, especially water, would be more helpful to you know, to flush out things that don't need to be in our body as well. So the next, I'm just going to quickly go through these tarot cards that give a little bit more of an explanation here. 7 of Pentacles, it's like there's a turnaround there. So the word failure is at the top of it. So maybe some of you is maybe thinking, what if this fails, or what if this doesn't work out? So where they, you know, or, you know, as you keep on, as you continue moving on. But I don't feel like that is what the case is. So it's like I'm hearing is like, you know, not looking at that, looking at in a way that you know, that's in a more positive way. So there's maybe a sense of what I'm hearing in other cards, they're giving me that vision of what other cards. There's generally something about, you know, being, I want to hear the word defensive or protective or on guard about something. So it may be that for this one here with the failures, maybe you're feeling like you're not doing things as well, or may not turn out as well, or you might not have got, you know, have I thought about this clearly or properly? But I feel like whatever it is, for me with this energy going here in the Princess of Cups, is whatever it is, it's like, you know, look at it from that it is going to be successful. It isn't, you know, it isn't like you've not thought about it. Some of you maybe while you're super questioning it, but it's maybe you're actually being a little bit hard on yourself as well. The Princess of Cups is here, so there's something new coming in there with emotional energies, but also relationships. I feel like this could actually be a romantic relationship that you're moving toward here, Libra. So with Pisces coming in, I feel like it's quite an emotional time, but in a happy way. On saying that, it's like, you know, depending on how you see emotions, so, or, you know, your take on what emotions are. So often it can be very happy emotions, but we miscue it or we misunderstand it, emotions. So it's, you know, there are good emotions and there are not so good emotions. So, and even when we're crying is where they're going with that. So there is something here about new beginning, stepping into a new life or a new journey. I'm actually also hearing travel eventually, but this is like definitely stepping into a new space, okay? Especially around or to do with relationships with your own and with somebody else that is probably new. The Queen of Cups is here, is like she's in this space of being calm. So what this energy will do, you know, be going into the spaces, you know, being, you know, with this light is coming into this calm space. So for me, she's a bit like similar to the the king in the sense that she's understanding of her emotions. She's known where she is with them, and it's like she's connected more with her intuition, and her, you know, it's like she's can rise above them or figure them out quite quickly. So, but she can also be, you know, and rather than drown in them, you know what I mean? So I feel like there could be some rough or turbulent times as well that may be coming up with those two cards, but that's the opposite side of what I'm seeing there. So, and that's a possibility, but this too will pass. So it may be somebody else's feelings and emotions that you're actually picking up on, which is why there is surrounding yourself in blue or white light for, you know, to create that boundary to lessen the impact of others' energy encroaching on your space or in your space. Feel the love and do it anyway. The Princess of Pentacles here, I feel like this one, there's a lot of newness there going into, you know, moving on. And there may be a new family that you're moving on or into or moving with, just changes with family, new changes with family dynamics and things like that. But it's a good thing. In the Pentacles, it's like I'm feeling like abundance is coming there. So abundance, not just in the financial way, but in, you know, family dynamics and like building something new, you know, a new foundation. So I'm hearing don't hold off, just keep going. Okay, it's not it's just little like last minute jitters, and with this energy around, it's kind of exacerbating what little pinicky bits that are there to bigger, you know, and yeah, making it more than what it is. So don't let that hold you back is where what I'm hearing with that. Whew. So yeah, there's abundance there. You're heading in the right direction, basically, and you're making decisions that you know, that seems to me that are supplying a growth aspect for you. And it's like I feel like there's something about going in that direction will serve you well. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now for you, Libra, with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure. Bye for now. I'll see you next week.